Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about the awesomeness of having a red dot, specifically a circle dot. This one is the 503CU from Holosun. It's got the 65 MOA circle, and then it's got that dot in the center. And what I'm doing today is I'm busting some clay discs into the air. Let me pop off a few, and then we'll talk about what I'm doing here, and the benefits of this type of training. Okay, so that's really awesome. It's a lot of fun. And I've got, basically this is a Lynx 12. I've got it mounted on a side rail here. In my opinion, shooting clay discs is a very important part of your tactical training. Some of the things that it teaches you is under a time constraint, right? Because you got to get on that target fast. Under a time constraint, you have to basically get your rifle in the right position, okay? See the target, get your reticle on the target, fire your shot, observe it to see, did you actually hit it? Did you do a good enough job? If not, shoot it again. So it forces you to basically think on your feet, to not only shoot, but to be able to observe and see, did you get satisfactory results? If not, what can you do to correct it? So it forces your brain to go through that decision process while under stress, okay? And this is even better if you can do this with a partner, where your partner is throwing out the discs, and don't call pull, just let him throw them out there randomly, so that you have to respond without knowing when he's going to release them. I've done this drill where I have two people with two throwers, and they're throwing out discs randomly, and I have to respond. Now, one of the things I was doing today, I'm in a pretty densely wooded area. I'm shooting in a direction where the trees are a little bit kind of spread out a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to time my shot so that I shoot the disc when it's not in front of a tree that I've selected, right? So out of all the trees out there, I've selected 5 trees, and I said, okay, these 5 trees, I do not want to shoot these with the shotgun. So what I'm doing is, as the disc goes out, I'm timing my shot to make sure that as it goes out, it has time to clear the tree or get away from the tree, because there's a little bit of a crosswind. So as it goes out, it is moving a little bit to the side. So it's making me think about other things besides just getting the gun on target, shooting it, observing it. I'm also being aware of what's in the background. Having a Lynx 12, like I said earlier, it's a critical part of your tactical training. It gets you to think about other things or multiple things happening at the same time while you're under a time constraint. Very important. And one of the things, if you notice, I was doing is I was putting the gun on safe. As I was firing, what I would do is I would take the safe after I launched the bird, right? So I would launch the bird, then I would take the gun off safe, fire, and then put the gun on safe. So again, these are all things that you can work into your training. It's a great exercise. Using the red dot, because that's the same red dot that I have on my ARs and my AKs. So I'm using the same optic system, that circle dot with the, so I'm reinforcing, I'm training the same thing over and over again. Great training tool. The one thing I want to say about let me tell you guys what I did with this Lynx 12. That's just a UTG. The UTG side mount over here. It's about $35, not expensive. This over here, I got this many years ago. This was originally on my Sega 12s. I had 2 of them. Those guns went about 30,000 rounds each before the bolts started breaking on them. and I couldn't replace those. That's when I started buying more of these Lynx 12s. But so this carried over from my Sega 12 onto my Lynx 12. So this system works pretty good. What I did here is I got a socket. Right, I put the socket on the outside. The reason why I have it on the outside is because I have the socket mounted underneath here, and this is on the outside so that the gun doesn't roll over and it's flipped. This also, because it's on the outside, it also allows me to do transitions to the other side when I want to do that without choking me. So that's another reason why I have this on the outside of the stock. At some point when it becomes available, I have not seen anything that I like or that I think is reasonably priced. I want to change the foregrip over here, to something that's more tactical, that has a rail on it, that specifically that clamps onto the barrel, and maybe even allows you to put a, maybe put the red dot on top over here. That might be something I may want to do. The reason is because this does raise it up a little bit. So when I get my face on the gun, normally you're putting your cheek on the gun. I kind of have to put my jaw on the gun in order to get my eyeball in the right position. So this does raise it up, which is one of the reasons why mounting your optic on top of the gas tube is usually a better option for AKs. But for now, it'll work for me. The other reason why I want to change this out is because the way this attaches over here, that swivel over there, that screw is the only thing that's holding the plastic in place here. So I don't think that that's a very strong attaching point. That's definitely something you need to lock tight down, even if you're not setting it up the way I have it set up, just so that it doesn't vibrate loose over time. Regardless, this is not a really strong way, especially, this is not strong to begin with as far as the way that screw is holding this plastic grip over here in place. Adding the sling at that same point is probably weakening it a lot, at a faster rate. So that's why I need to change this as soon as I find an option that I like, and mount this onto a Picatinny rail. Hopefully the foregrip that I replace it with in the future will actually clamp onto the barrel, and it will be a stronger setup. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, this is shooting clay discs is a critical part of your tactical training because it forces you to think on your feet, think under pressure, get the gun up, get it on target. And the nice thing about using birdshot, right, because I'm using birdshot today, basically the max effective range of birdshot is maybe 100 yards. I mean, I've actually set up like cardboard boxes at 100 yards, and birdshot won't penetrate multiple layers of cardboard at 100 yards. So it's something that, especially if you have a small property, it's something that, where you can shoot level shots. And if it's big enough, if your property is big enough, that the birdshot won't get off the property. You could do things with birdshot that you can't safely do with, with an AR-15 or with an AK-47, because those bullets will travel a much further distance. This, like I said, is a great training option. It's something that every person that's serious about tactical training, you should have this. You should have a Lynx 12 mounted with a red dot so that you can do more advanced training. You can do things that you normally can't do, as often or as frequently or as safely, with an AR or an AK. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, comments, feedback, put in the comment section. If you're not a member, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.